Hello, everyone. My name is Eliza Motherfucking Pancakes, and welcome to yet another rousing edition of What's in the Bag. Today is a very special eliminated loser who was eliminated in a double elimination. No, I'm not talking about Honey Marie Combs. I'm talking about, well, you'll see soon. After the jump. You know, a lot of you eliminated losers, first thing that you say on the show is, "Hi, Eliza, it's good to be here." You do realize that being here at this point in the competition means that you're a loser! I just wanted to make sure you understood that. Anyway, I agree, it is good to be here because I'm getting paid regardless, and I get to listen to you whine and cry about your dashed hopes and dreams. So, Argyle, how are you feeling after losing spectacularly on Morgan's Drag Race Season 4?
Honestly, I thought I had a fairly good shot. I know many queens say the same, but in my case, I brought all the fashion I could afford with me. I was prepared, babes.
Now, I don't want to try to downplay or shut you down what you're saying. You claim to be prepared, as which many queen before you had said, dating all the way back to season 1 of What's in the Bag. This isn't even new. But if you were actually prepared, don't you think you probably would have survived that lip sync? Or maybe not even have been in the bottom to begin with? Maybe it would have just been Ebony versus Dahlia? I think that would have been fair because, let's be honest, she had 0 wins, you had 1 runway win, and with all the looks that you've showcased this season, I had you pegged to be the fashion queen of the season, and boy, was I wrong.
Another fact of life is that you cannot expect to always know the outcome to every possible variable. There is just no way to do it, babes.
Well, let's talk about fashion first before we go any further. Argyle, open up that Prada bag and show me what's in the bag. Okay, out of these 3 dresses that you brought, okay, one of them isn't quite a dress. I think all of them are gorgeous, Argyle. I really like all of them. I really like your reveal look, your eliminated loser look. You know what? Let's do like a compliment sandwich type of thing. So, or actually, let's get the bad stuff out of the way first. So let's talk about your fuck up, your last look before you got sent home. I like this look. I like how it's like a little girlish tuxedo top with a cummerbund, and then like instead of a dress or pants, you wear those sexy little like hot pants, little shorts with the buttons, and then the high heels don't really match the look, but I know what you were doing because it was supposed to not give away the reveal. Honey, I would have just done a shoe reveal at that point because you did wig reveal, you did glasses reveal, whole body outfit reveal. I would have just done a shoe reveal on top of that. I like this look. And you know why you got sent home for that look, Argyle? I'll go ahead and tell you why. It's because you saved the big reveal for the lip sync when you should have done it for the runway. Because at least if you'd done it on the runway and wow, the judge is like, oh my god, wow. You're already putting the bottom against someone like Dahlia Swan, who's proven she can kick ass in a lip sync, who's a very fashion forward queen. Who do you think they're going to choose over you or her? I mean, of course, they could have taken the third option and gotten rid of Ebony and saved both of you and her, but that didn't happen.
I think about that night a lot. And while I do agree with you on the points you made about the reveal, the original idea that Ebony and I had was to use it as a backup, just in case we might fall into the bottom.
Which clearly did not help your case at all, because the judges were already underwhelmed, and they were even more pissed off and said that you should have revealed on the runway instead of like in the lip sync. But here we are. So let's move on to these other dresses. Now, back to a compliment. I really like your YouTube reveal look. It's dark, it's sexy. I like how you're kind of like emoting this idea, or projecting and emoting this idea that you're already a star. You're a starlet. Alexis is a star. Argyle Alexis is a starlet. She's from Hollywood. Honey, she's got it going, except she really doesn't.
When I came up with my drag name, I envisioned Argyle Alexis as already being a self-made star. So being on Drag Race was merely a formality for charity's sake.
You see, I like that. I like that attitude, Argyle. Other people might say, oh, you're cocky, you're arrogant. No, that's confidence. That's called confidence. That's called building a fucking character. Okay? That's what it's called. In the wrestling business, it's called psychology. I like this. I like that you were confident and you developed this character from the ground up. You named it in half of your horrible Christmas gifts. The other half was your grandma's dead dog. I love it. And she looks like a star, even though she kind of isn't. But she gives off the impression she is. How's Charity doing, by the way? Is she still getting those like loose banknotes, those pound notes stuck in her cleavage? Okay. Let's go on to this last look here. This is the look, your one and only winning look that you wore on the runway. I believe it was for... Was it for Snatch Game? It must have been Snatch Game, because you went home in episode 6. So it must have been for Snatch Game. This look is Golden Goddess. It's beautiful. I'm not crazy about the hair, but everything else, I like the jewelry. I like, and I know this mannequin isn't wearing hair, but I'm looking at, you on stage wearing that, and you wore like a wig. I wasn't really, I didn't care for it. Everything else, the makeup you had on there, the earrings, the bracelet, the rings, perfect. The dress, perfect. Honey, you killed it. And that's why you got your one and only runway win. I saw you then, okay, this bitch showed her hand a little bit, little peek, and she's got it. And then the Queens of Comedy episode comes around, and just like that, you're sent home. And along with Ebony as kind of a consolation prize. I feel like Ebony, and no offense to her, I feel like if she was given a chance on a redemption season or All Stars, she would knock it the fuck out. Because I feel the problem with Ebony, and I'm not trying to single her out and be mean, Argyle, I'm not. I like her. I like her style. I just feel like she was overshadowed because it seems like the narrative was you and Mallory, a wonderful queen, by the way, were besties, even though it was like you and Ebony were besties, but it was you and Mallory. And then Mallory gets sent home in episode 3, so it's you and Ebony. And it just kind of seems like there's no plot between the two of you. There's no story. And I feel like production saw that, and they're like, well, let's just send them both home at the same time, and then they can both be happy together going home at the same time. Is that kind of what you feel like? Do you feel like there's some sabotage going on behind the scenes?
Honestly, I kind of do, because I feel like I killed it every time I set foot on that runway. Perhaps not for my final runway, but we already discussed why. And again, no shade to Ebony, she's a great queen and a wonderful friend, and I agree with you on those points you stated. Maybe on a future season, Ebony would shine more. In the end, it's really hard for me to not feel like a robbed queen.
Robbed queen? Wow, Argyle, talk about fucking arrogant. Wow, robbed queen. Nobody here said that you were robbed. Jesus Christ, talk about... Why don't you, get your head out of your ass. God, you're so fucking stuck up and arrogant. All you Brightchester queens. You know what? I'm going to close out the show. I'm just too upset to keep going. So, join me next time as I sit down with Taylor Swift and ask the burning question, will the internet ever be free of updates? Spoiler, it won't be. Ever. You're going to keep hearing about her until the end of time.